Welcome to the video preview for Accounting Transaction Manager. There are four major functions within Accounting Transaction Manager, or ATM. There is transactions, agent billing, accounts payable, and an integrated general ledger. I'm going to give you an overview of each particular section so that you get a better understanding of what ATM does. We're going to start with some of the setup items today. You can do the company setup, which allows you to do the basic company information, the control numbers for the company, like next invoice number, transaction numbers, and so on. Configuration allows you to customize ATM for the way your office works. Each one of the checkboxes allows you to have ATM work in a fashion that is suitable for your office. For the accounting, we use an accounting model, and in order to determine which account numbers go with what account, you would set them up within the various tags for AR, AP, for revenue, for a bank, and so on. ATM is a multi-office, multi-user system, so you can add as many offices as you wish. You just have to pay the subscription for each office. Agents and staff. You can add as many agents as you wish to the system. And you can determine what office each agent is in. So basic agent information, alternate address information, confidential info. So that includes everything from their social insurance number to when they start, when they were terminated, their commission plan, start and end date, and the plan that they're on. ATM allows you to create an unlimited number of commission plans. So in theory, you could create one plan per agent if that's what's necessary. Commission plans. Again, you can have an unlimited number of commission plans. Each commission plan can have an unlimited number of step levels. At each level, you have the list and sell side percentages and the distribution of commissions between the agent and the company. So any particular level, you can set what it is for a co-broker deal and what it is for an in-house deal. You can also set the maximum for that level based on whether it's GCI, adjusted gross commission, units, company dollar, company share, and so on. You can bonus at the top of a level, and you can also have a flat fee per transaction. For every transaction. You can also set a limit or set no limit. So plans can be incremental, retroactive, or rolling average. They can be based on gross commission income, adjusted gross commission income, agent share, company share units, and volume. They can be prorated when you're going from one level to the next, or you can stay, you go to the next level, or stay at the current level. The split level changes can be based on the closing date, the firm date, or the written or offer date, or agent anniversary. You can also customize the chart of accounts. And you can also include for export the GL export name for things like QuickBooks. So now let's go to transactions. In transactions, you can add a transaction. You can pick a listing. Now, listings can be imported from the MLS using the RETS or IDX import, and that's an option within the service. So you pick your transaction, your listing, do select, and the system will populate the transaction information from the listing. Now I'm going to show you one that's already completed. So let's go to Edit Transaction, open it up. Here's all of the information completed. You can track demographic information. You can set your custom questions and answers. You can track the contacts related to the transaction, whether buyer, seller, title companies, painter, any contact-related transaction can be added here. Commission distribution. You can choose from one of our templates, which makes it easier to determine the commission distribution based on deal type, or you can manually enter the individual amounts. When you pick the template, it will automatically calculate the commissions. If for any reason it's different from the template, and I decide, okay, well, this commission is going to be paid at 3%, and then I can just do recalculate, and it will automatically recalculate the commission. Now you can add co-brokers, referral brokers, franchise fees, marketing fees. Any kind of fee can be deducted at the various levels within the transactions, which are gross commission income, co-broker, deduction from total commission from the adjusted gross, deduction from the bottom line company dollar, and agent commissions. So let's look at this agent commission. Now, I'm going to change his plan because this deal might be let's say it's a personal deal, and then those are done on plan A, so the system automatically recalculates the commission. You can also do deductions. You can set up deductions in advance, either at the company level, and for the multi-office companies at the office level, and for the individual agent at the agent level. So the system will drop in the deduction and calculate it. The calculation can be based on any one of these: GCI, adjusted gross commission, agent share, company share, or sale price. And it can be a percentage or a fixed amount with a limit to the collection. So let's save this. You can also have trust. So let's say I'm going to use that default trust account. I'm going to make a deposit. It's going to bring in the description automatically for you. So all you have to do is put in the reference number and then the amount and post it. And there's your deposit. You can also do trust checks, any one of these: buyer balance, return deposit, seller balance, title company, etc. You can also do the trust transfer at the time of closing for the transaction. You can keep notes on the transaction, and the system will also track all major changes to the transaction automatically. Now let's move on to close a transaction. Closing a transaction is very straightforward. You start with the recalculation of the agent commission, especially where the commissions are based on closing date. You can receive the commissions. So actually, before I do that, there is trust funds, so I have to transfer that first. So let's go to the trust. It's trust or escrow, by the way. And let's do a trust transfer. I'm going to put in the reference, and I am going to post it. and then I'm going to post the commissions received from trust. So now I can go ahead and receive the rest of the commission. So now I'm going to receive the rest of the commissions, which is $85.60. Now you don't have to collect it all at once. You can do it in steps. You can collect some of it now. You can then collect more of it later. Again, put in the reference, and I'm going to base it on that date. So I'm going to post it, and now my balance of commission is 0. So I'm ready to proceed. I'm going to go to Pay Commissions. I'm going to double-click on the item to be paid. I'm going to check it. The yellow area represents the agent's outstanding balance, debit or credit. And it will set it for deduction automatically, or you can configure it in Company Setup so that you have to enter the amount you want to recover. So now I'm going to print the check, and we're done. Now I can post the ARAP, which is the Accounts Receivable Payable, so I'm going to post it. And as you notice, the transaction is now in yellow, letting you know that the ARAP has been posted, because you may not necessarily be ready to close at this time. But if I'm ready to close, I can click Close Transaction, and the transaction disappears because it's closed, and that's because this screen is filtered to not show any closed items. So if I select all transactions, all the ones in red have been closed. Now you can also do commission advances, and you can do transaction advances. I can batch print my trust checks. My agent checks can be printed in batch. All the yellows are being held. I can release a check from being held by clicking the Hold Release button, and now it's clear so that I can process it as part of the batch. When you print agent checks from the batch, every check that's a white line will be printed one after the other. All the ones in yellow will be held because you set them to be held. You can do the same with direct deposit. All checks for direct deposit would show up in this list, and when you do the direct deposit, it'll generate the direct deposit file and post it. You can set an agent up for direct deposit. There's a checkbox in the agent profile for you to set that up, so you don't have to do it every time. And then you can also do broker checks in batch form, and you can also do an agent miscellaneous check.